Hi friends, today we study beats. What is the beats? This is based on the principle of superposition of waves. When there is superposition of two sound waves having same amplitude but slightly different frequencies, traveling in the same direction, the intensity of sound varies periodically with time. This phenomenon is known as production of beats. The occurrence of maximum intensity are called waxing, and those of minimum intensity are called waning. One waxing and successive waning together constitute one beat. The number of beats heard per second is called beat frequency. ओके, बीट म्हणजे काय हे आता आपल्याला माहित पडलंय. बीट म्हणजे काय? Two sound waves having same amplitude but slightly different frequencies traveling in the same direction. ओके, याला म्हणायचं बीट्स. ओके, मॅक्झिमम इंटेन्सिटी असेल त्याला म्हणायचं वॅक्सिंग, जिथे मिनिमम इंटेन्सिटी असेल त्याला म्हणायचं वॅनिंग. वन वॅक्सिंग अँड वॅनिंग टुगेदर कॉन्स्टिट्यूट वन बीट. ओके, आणि आपल्याला फ्रिक्वेन्सी म्हणजे माहितच आहे. The number of beats heard per second is called beat frequency. Okay, next applications of beats. First application. आता याचा यूज कुठे कुठे होऊ शकतो, काय याचे ऍप्लिकेशन्स काय काय आहेत. ओके, सो फर्स्ट, the phenomenon of beats is used for matching the frequencies of different musical instruments by artists. They go on tuning until no beats are heard by their sensitive ears. When beat frequency becomes equal to 0, the musical instruments are in unison with each other. That is, their frequencies are identical and the effect of playing such instrument give a pleasant music. Okay, पहिला यूज तुमच्या लक्षात आलाच असेल. Second, the speed of an aeroplane can be determined by using Doppler radar. Okay, if either a source of sound or a listener is moving with respect to air, the listener detects a sound whose frequency is different from the frequency of the sound source. This is Doppler effect. Principle of Doppler effect is used by traffic police to determine the speed of vehicle, to check whether speed limit is exceeded. Okay, sonar work on similar principle for determining speed of submarines using a sound source and sensitive microphones. Next, Doppler ultrasonography and echocardiogram work on similar principles. Doctors use an analogous setup to assess the direction and speed of blood flow in a human body and identify circulation problems. Measurement of the dimensions of the blood vessels can be used to estimate the volume flow rate. Ultrasound beams also determine phase shifts to diagnose vascular problem in arteries and veins. ओके, सेकंड यूज तुमच्या लक्षात आला असेल. सेकंड यूज काय सांगतोय, आपल्याला एरोप्लेनचा स्पीड मेजरमेंट करण्यासाठी डॉपलर रडारचा यूज केला जातो. ओके, आता याच्यामध्ये डॉपलर इफेक्ट बघू आपण. डॉपलर इफेक्ट नक्की काय? इफ आयदर अ सोर्स ऑफ साऊंड ऑर अ लिसनर इज मुव्हिंग विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू एअर. आपण हवेमध्ये म्हणजे चालतोय, सपोज एखादी ॲम्ब्युलन्स आपल्याकडे येते, तिचा स्पीड जो म्हणजे आपल्याकडे आल्यानंतर त्याचा आवाज हा जास्त प्रमाणात येतो, आपल्यापासून लांब गेल्यावर तो कमी प्रमाण होतो, म्हणजे फ्रिक्वेन्सी इज हायर. ओके, जेव्हा ते आपल्याकडे येणार असते, आपल्यापासून लांब जाणार फ्रिक्वेन्सी इज बिकम्स लोअर. याला म्हणायचं डॉपलर इफेक्ट. ओके, देन प्रिन्सिपल ऑफ डॉपलर इफेक्ट इज युज्ड बाय ट्रॅफिक पोलीस. आता आपण इथून मागे बघायचो, आपल्या हायवेला गाड्या लागलेल्या असतात आपला स्पीड कंट्रोल करण्यासाठी. ओके, आपला स्पीड 80च्या अबोव गेला की आपल्याला डायरेक्ट पावती येते 1000 रुपये कट झाल्याची. ओके, हे फक्त कशामुळे पॉसिबल आहे तर डॉपलर इफेक्ट जे प्रिन्सिपल आहे त्यामुळे पॉसिबल आहे. ओके, आता सोनार म्हणजे साऊंड नेव्हिगेशन अँड अरेंजिंग. आता आपण समुद्रात प्रवास करतोय, खाली एखादी अनवॉन्टेड गोष्ट की जी शिपला लागू शकते, त्याचा सेन्स होण्यासाठी या प्रिन्सिपलचा यूज केला जातो. ओके, नेक्स्ट, आता डॉपलर अल्ट्रासोनोग्राफी आपण करत असतो किंवा इकोकार्डिओग्राम, हे पण ह्याच प्रिन्सिपलवर डिपेंड आहे. ओके, आता डॉक्टर्स हे कशासाठी यूज करतात तर डायरेक्शन अँड स्पीड ऑफ ब्लड फ्लो ह्युमन बॉडीचा मेजर करण्यासाठी. ओके, म्हणजे तो आयडेंटिफाय करता येईल की सर्क्युलेशन मध्ये काही प्रॉब्लेम आहे की नाही. ओके, देन थर्ड application of beats. Unknown frequency of sound note can be determined by using the phenomenon of beats. Initially, the sound notes of known and unknown frequency are heard simultaneously. The known frequency from a source of adjustable frequency is adjusted in such a way that the beat frequency reduces to 0. At this stage, frequencies of both the sound notes becomes equal. Hence, unknown frequency can be determined. Okay. Next, what is the sound? Okay. Sound. There are two types of sounds. First one is musical sound. Second one is noise. What is the musical sound? Musical sound is a pleasant sensation, and noise is the unpleasant sensation, okay, to the ear. Then the characteristics of sound. We have to study the characteristics of sound. This chapter is already studied in 11th science. Okay, sound waves. Same here. Characteristics of sound. Sound has three characteristics: loudness, pitch and quality. So first we study loudness. What is the loudness? Loudness is the human perception to intensity of sound. Intensity is a measurable quantity, while the sensation of hearing or loudness is very subjective. It is therefore important to find out how does a sound of intensity if affect a detectable change in the intensity for human ear to note. Next, the response of human ear to sound is exponential and not linear. Next, it depends upon the amount of energy crossing unit area around a point per unit time. Intensity is directly proportional to the square of amplitude. It also depends upon various other factors like distance of source from the listener, the motion of air, density of medium, the surface area of sounding body, etc. The presence of other resonant object around the sounding body also affect loudness of sound. Sound is specified not by its intensity but by the sound level beta. Okay, is defined as beta is equal to 10 log of 10 into I upon I naught. I naught is the minimum reference intensity, and that is 10 raised to minus 12 watt per meter square that a normal human ear can hear. Sound level are expressed in decibel. When I is equal to I, B is equal to 0, thus the standard reference intensity has measure of sound level 0 dB. The unit of difference in loudness is bell. Okay, 1 decibel is equal to 1 by 10 bell. Then next, minimum audible sound is denoted by 0 dB, while whispering and normal speech have level 10 dB to 60 dB respectively. At a distance of approximately 1 meter from the source, the intensity level of maximum tolerable sound for a human ear is around 120 dB. Loudness is different at different frequencies, even for the same intensity. For measuring loudness, the unit phone is used. Phone is a measure of loudness. It is equal to the loudness in decibel of any equally loud pure tone of frequency 1000 Hz. Then next property is pitch. It is a sensation of sound which helps the listener to distinguish between a high frequency and a low frequency note. The pitch of a female voice is higher than that of the male voice. A high pitch sound corresponds to high frequency sound waves, and low pitch sound correspond to a low frequency sound waves. Okay. Then third properties, timbre. Timbre is a quality of sound. Is that characteristics which enable us to distinguish between two sounds of same pitch and loudness. We can recognize the voice of a person or an instrument due to its quality of sound. Quality depends on the number of overtones present in the sound along with a given frequency. Okay. Next point, we have to study the musical instrument. Okay. Audible waves originated in vibrating string, vibrating air columns and vibrating plates and membranes. Accordingly, musical instruments are classified into three types. First one, A. String instrument. Second, B. Wind instrument. Third, C. Percussion instrument. Then first we have to study the string instrument. String instrument कोणकोणते असतात? String instruments consist of straight string. Sound is produced by plucking of string. The strings are tuned to certain frequencies by adjusting tension in them. They are further of three different types. So first is pluck string type. In this instrument, string is plucked by fingers. Example, tanpura, sitar, guitar, veena, etc. Second type of string instrument, bowed string type. In this instrument, a string is played by bowing. Example, violin, sarangi. Third type, struck string type. The string is struck by a stick. For example, piano, santoor. Okay. Then B. Musical instrument. See the B. B is the wind instrument. In this instrument consists of air column. Sound is produced by setting vibrations of air column. They are further of three types. First one is free wind type. In this instrument, free brass reeds are vibrated by air. The air is either blown or compressed. For example, mouth organ, harmonium, etc. Second, edge type. In this instrument, air is blown against an edge. Example, fluid. Reed pipes. They may consist of single or double reeds and also instrument without reeds. For example, saxophone, clarinet, bassoon, etc. Then C type, percussion instrument. In this instrument, sound is produced by setting vibration in a stretched membrane. For example, tabla, drum, dhol, mridangam, sambal, dafli, etc. They also consist of metal type of instrument which produces sound when they struck against each other or with a beater. For example, xylophone, etc. Thank you for watching me.